Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Doing things out of order today. We've got a villain for probably letters page reasons, and interestingly enough, it is Yugi Muto, created by Zontan. I'm really intrigued by this because obviously we've already seen Mr. Latane's Yu-Gi-Oh! Hero decks, but the fact that somebody could come along and see the same character and go, no, I think he could also be a villain, that's pretty neat. I mean, I don't know if Yugi ever had a villainous turn in the show. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, we're going to be fighting the King of Games. The hero team today is Moss, Magnificent Mara, La Commodore, Curse the Black Spot, a new variant of Escarlata called the Enraged Escarlata, because there's a 1920s rubber hose animated version of the spooky Ghost Rider Comics heroes, and Extreme Prime Warden's Tempest, and we'll be fighting in Equestria environs. So, Yugi starts King of Games side up. It says shuffle the 5 tribute cards together to form the tribute deck, set it aside. Reveal cards in the villain deck until a minion other than Karibo is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the other revealed cards back into the villain deck. Because as we all know, Karibo's like the important one. And we get a Celtic Guardian. So gameplay says Yugi Muto is immune to damage while a minion is in play. At the start of the villain turn, if there are at least 6 stars on minions in play, destroy all minions, play the top card of the tribute deck, then flip this card. So each minion has a number of stars. I'm not sure what the range is, but this guy's got 4. End of the villain turn, if there are 1 or fewer stars on minions in play, put a random minion from the villain trash into play. Okay, that's it. And the Celtic Guardian acts at the start of the villain turn, dealing each hero target 2 melee damage. Here we go. Makiyu the Magical Mist. Yugi Muto deals each non-character hero target 4 toxic damage. If no targets took damage this way, play the top card of the villain deck. And we get Mystic Box. Destroy each hero ongoing or equipment cards. Yugi Muto deals the hero target with the highest HP X psychic damage, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way. Good card to get on turn 1. End of turn, there's enough stars in play, so that's it. So let's take a glimpse of things to come. Swords Revealing Light. I'm going to play Dowsing Crystal, I guess. I think I'll go ahead and use Dowsing Crystal. Draw a card. Alright, La Commodore is going to start with Way Anchor. Rudder in the Time Stream. Harnessed Anomaly. There's only one deck with trash in it, so we'll do Magnificent Mara, who gets another Dowsing Crystal. That's limited, unfortunately. I will draw a card. Power will go ahead and backtrack, hit the Guardian, discard the top card of her deck, draw a card. Escarlata is going to suit up. Reveal cards on top of your deck till you reveal an ongoing or equipment card, put it into play or your hand to shuffle the rest into your deck. We get the Crimson Valkyrie. Go ahead and put that into play. I can discard a card to perform this card's passion text, that is play a card. Let's discard the Crimson Valkyrie, and I'll play Rekindled Resolve. Escarlata regains 2 HP. You may discard a card to perform this card's passion text, which is draw 2 cards. I actually want to keep that card, so we'll just do that. Her power is See Red. I don't know if you can see this, but the copyright notice at the bottom is copyright 1920, and I think that's hysterical. Select a non-hero target. Until the end of your next turn, increase damage dealt by Escarlata to that target by 1, and reduce damage dealt by Escarlata to other non-hero targets by 1. So this is a tough choice to make, because I guess the Celtic Guardian is probably going to be in play for another round. So draw a card, and the Valkyrie lets me draw another card. Okay, Tempest will do Grievous Hailstorm, only gets to hit the Celtic Guardian, but that's okay. Draw a card. Equestrian Environs plays the Gem Barons. Summon the Diamond Dogs. In an environment turn, discard the top card of each deck, then the player with the most cards in their trash may move a card from their trash onto the top of their deck. Oh, that's cool, so we're not getting Swords Revealing Light. Escarlata and La Commodore both have 2 cards. I'll move Harnessed Anomaly to the top card of her deck. And then the Diamond Dogs deal the X non-environment target's lowest HP, 2 melee damage each, where X is 1 plus the number of cards in the environment trash. So it's 2 to the Celtic Guardian and Tempest. Alright, start of turn, there's only 4 stars in play. Celtic Guardian hits everybody for 2. And he plays Mystical Elf. Reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1. Oof. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage. Something entered play. I'm going to destroy the Dowsing Crystal and have... Actually, let's have Escarlata do 4 fire damage to the Celtic Guardian, because it's actually 4 damage. And that's it. Alright, we're going to play Mystical Enhancement on Grievous Hailstorm. And with her power, I think we'll go ahead and hit Tempest and give him +1 damage. Draw a card. Start a turn, no way am I keeping that in play. Let's Way Anchor again. Run aground. Okay. Yeah, I got 2 damage here. 3 irreducible energy damage to... You know what? I think if I take out Celtic Guardian, Escarlata is going to be dealing -1 damage essentially, so we'll hit the Mystical Elf with that. Power, hit her again for 1, discard the top card of her deck, draw a card. Okay, Escarlata is going to suit up again. Okay, I get the Crimson Valkyrie, so that's going in my hand. And then I guess I'll do the same thing. I'll discard the Crimson Valkyrie, I'll play Rekindled Resolve. Why do I keep getting the same cards over and over again? Power, we will see red on that, and draw 2 cards. Oh good, she got some damage dealing 1-shots. That's nice. Alright, Otherworldly Resilience, and Tempest is dealing each non-hero target 4 cold damage. That's pretty fair. Hey, we got rid of the Celtic Guardian. Draw a card. Equestrian Environs plays the Flighters. Discard the top card of each deck. Escarlata does not want to move a card out of her trash. This guy's hitting the 3 lowest now, so that's the Elf and Tempest and Magnificent Mara. And the Flighters deal the hero target the lowest HP, 1 reducible toxic damage. His next damage dealt by the target that took damage this way by 2s, and that is Tempest. Okay, start of turn. This deals the hero target with the highest HP, 3 energy damage. That is Escarlata. Don't get a tribute. Nothing else happens. Mammoth Graveyard. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP, 2 melee damage, and 2 infernal damage. Well, that's pretty bad. Nothing happens at the end of his turn. Okay. I'm going to play the Mesmer Pendant on the Mammoth Graveyard because, oof. Although if I played this on the Mystical Elf, it would remove the damage reduction and give it to us. I actually like that idea better. So we've all got -1 damage. So that means that I can hit Tempest for nothing and increase his damage by 1. Draw a card. This is fun. Let's do Chronological Sweet Spot. I'll hit the Mammoth Graveyard for 2, discard the top card of her deck, draw a card, and then let's start looking at cards here. Post-Hypnotic Q is an ongoing, that's an ongoing. Roast, Escarlata deals a target 4 fire damage. You discard a card to perform this card's passion text. Now this damage is going to be reduced by 1 if she doesn't hit the elf, which is what I want because we want to keep that in play, strangely enough. So let's do 3 to the Mammoth Graveyard. Yeah, I will discard a card, which deals it to 2 other targets, 3 fire damage each. Again, that will kill the elf, so we'll hit both of these for 2. And Tempest gets, darn, nothing. Alright, I'm going to play Burning Heel. Escarlata deals a target 2 melee damage, and I'm not discarding a card for the passion text. She will hit the, let's see, it's melee damage, right? Okay, she can't hit the Flighters, so we'll hit the Mammoth Graveyard for 1, and then change her target and draw a card. Okay. Tempest is doing tons of damage, which is not something we want to do. Let's Reclaim from the Deep. And then his first damage is going to be reduced by 2. We'll send that at the elf, so we still get the damage reduction. 4 damage to everything else. Takes out both of the environment targets. Cool beans. Draw a card. Equestrian Environs plays the Chimera. Discard the top card of each deck. Oh yeah, all those cards that we just put on top of our decks have just been discarded. Whoops. Oh well, it saved us from a winged dragon guardian of the fortress. And then the Chimera hits the 2 non-monster targets with the highest HP for 3 melee damage each. That is Yugi and La Commodora, who takes 2. And the target with the second lowest HP, 1 toxic damage, that is the Mammoth Graveyard. Okay, start of his turn, there are at least 6 stars. We did not get rid of these. There are in fact 7. So he destroys all minions in play, which takes out that, but that's fine, it did its purpose. We'll leave this out. Destroys both them, plays the top card of the tribute deck, and flips to the Nameless Pharaoh. He's indestructible while a tribute is in play. Tribute cards with 1 or more HP are indestructible. When a tribute is destroyed, remove it from the game. Start of the villain turn, if there are no tributes in play, flip this card. At the end of the villain turn, he deals the hero target with the highest HP, H psychic damage. So our tribute is Gaia the Fierce Knight. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, 3 sonic damage, and 4 melee damage. Holy shit. Target dealt damage this way cannot use powers until the start of the villain turn. Wow. Alright, that was start of turn. He plays a Griffor. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, 4 melee damage. Okie dokie. End of turn, he hits, okay, let's see, whoever he hits will be able to use powers. I think we'll have him hit La Commodora. And then this hits Escarlata for 7. Oof. Okay. I'm going to play Smoke and Mirrors. That's a really good idea. And then I'll hit Tempest for 1 and draw a card. At least Yugi is not immune to damage anymore. Chronological Sweet Spot goes away. Hey, Concordant Helm happens though. She will hit the Gaia Knight for 1, discard the top card of her deck, draw a card, and put the bottom card of her deck in her hand. Oh, that's better. Alright, Escarlata cannot use powers. Let's go ahead and do Eruption. Escarlata deals all non-hero targets X fire damage each, where X is a third of the number of cards in your trash rounded to the nearest whole number. So she's got 11, so that rounds up to 4, which is then reduced to 3 because she's dealing -1 to all the targets. Only 2 to the Griffor. Hey, she got the first damage on Yugi. Shuffle her trash into her deck. She can't use powers, draw a card. And that wears off. I'm going to play Genebound Shackles. 4 cold damage to everything, 6 to Yugi. Draw a card. Alright, Equestrian Environs plays Maud's Campsite. Oh, that's good. We need that. Discard the top card of each deck. Let's recover that chronological sweet spot. Chimera hits Yugi, Mara, who is immune, and then hits the second lowest, which is the Gaia Knight. Cool. Alright, there's a tribute card, so he does not flip. This hits the target with the highest for 4. That is Mara. He plays Kuribo. All other villain targets are immune to damage. When Kuribo would be dealt damage, put a counter on this card instead. When this card has 3 or more counters on it, destroy it. Boy, that's weird. Alright, he hits the highest for 4. That is La Commodora. Gaia the Fierce Knight hits the highest for 3. Again, won't be able to use powers. I guess it's going to be Escarlata, but we will prevent the second hit with Smoke and Mirrors. Because, geez. Okay, Misdirection. Magnificent Mara hits Kuribo for a counter, and then we'll have Tempest hit it for another counter, and then we'll use her power to hit it for the third counter. So Tempest loses +1. Draw a card. Alright, draw 2 cards. Ooh, play Harnessed Anomaly. Let's play this on Escarlata. We'll shuffle that Eruption into her deck and see what she gets. Suit up. Heat Modulator. Yay. Put that into play. I could do a Passion and play a card. I don't think I will, just because I don't get any benefit from it. And then, you know what, we'll have her use Brig Teleporter, because I could actually get some use out of that. Power, hit the Gaia Knight for 2, discard the top card of her deck, and then put the bottom card of her deck in her hand, and then she'll hit the Griffor for 1, and it can't deal damage. Awesome. Alright, start of my turn. I can either have her deal herself 2 fire damage and increase fire damage she deals, or reduce fire damage she deals by 1 this turn, have her gain an HP and draw a card. I think that's a good idea. So she'll heal 1, draw a card. I will play Supernova. Whenever Passion text is performed, put a token on this card. And then the power is she deals a target X fire and X radiant damage, where X is the number of tokens on the card. Let's hold on to that as long as we can. No power usage, draw a card. Alright. Let's do Chain Lightning. 4 to this guy, 5 to Yugi, and 2 to the Chimera. And then he's only dealing 3 damage with Grievous Hailstorm, but that's 5 more to Yugi. Takes out the Chimera. Draw a card. Alright, start a turn. Each hero either regains 2 HP or draws a card, and then destroy this card. Hard choice for her. I think she'll heal. Yeah, we'll all heal. And destroy that card. Alright, Flame Geyser Swamp. Finally the Gem Barons go away, and look who comes back. It's the Chimera. That's alright. Now for the thing that I always forget, deal the target with the second highest HP 2 fire damage. That is Mara. That Chimera hits Yugi and La Commodora, and then the second lowest is the Griffor, which soaks him. Alright, start a turn, he does nothing. Start a turn, this can't deal damage. He plays Horn of the Unicorn. Increase damage dealt by villain targets by 1. Well, now I regret using up Smoke and Mirrors. If this card would be destroyed, play the top card of the villain deck, then put this card on top of the villain deck. Okay, he hits the highest for 5. That's gonna be Escarlata. Oof. And then this bozo is gonna hit Tempest because he'll only take 7 damage. Ow. Okay, I'm playing Wand of Banishment. That will get rid of the Unicorn Horn. Power. I'm going to hit our Escarlata. Time for her to do stuff. Draw a card. Alright, start of turn, I'm going to let Brig Teleporter go. Oh, right, she played a card, so we'll say it hit Yugi. And then she's going to play Take Time, hit Yugi, because he's the second highest, destroy the Flame Geyser Swamp. I forgot to draw 2 cards first. Take Time, Power, I'm going to hit Yugi for 2. Discard the top card of her deck, and put the bottom card of her deck in her hand. Alright, Escarlata. Okay. She's going to hit herself for 3 fire damage, so she gets more damage dealt. Flame Jump. Escarlata deals up to 2 targets 1 fire damage each. That's going to be 3 fire damage to Yugi, and well, I might as well take out the Gaia Knight, so that is removed from the game. And then I will discard a card to activate Passion Text, which gives me a token. Burning Heal. She deals a target 2 melee damage. That's 4 to Yugi. Don't have any cards to discard. That's okay, because then I will use Supernova, deal a target 1 fire and 1 radiant. Let's make that 3 and 3, and we win. That was a very short, very intense fight that I won because I had a couple of really powerful heroes who combo well together. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of Yugi's deck, starting with the Tribute deck. So the other tributes are Dark Magician. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target H-1 fire damage and H-2 lightning damage. That is a ton of damage. Blackluster Soldier. At the end of the villain turn, destroy a hero ongoing or equipment card. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP H+1 infernal damage, and the hero target with the second highest HP H radiant damage. Dark Magician Girl. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage, X+1 times, where X is the number of minion targets in play. Wow. Summon Skull. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Notably, it has the lowest HP out of these. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP H infernal damage and H fire damage. Wow. I should note, this is the first time I've actually beaten this villain. Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, 4-star minion. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H+1 projectile damage. Silver Fang, 3-star minion. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, 3 melee damage, 1 cold, and 1 radiant damage. Multiply, search the villain deck and trash for Karibo and put it into play, shuffle the villain deck, play the top card of the villain deck. That's mean. Monster Recovery, restore the non-character villain target that has taken the most damage to full HP. Play the top card of the villain deck. So that one you have to do a little bit of math, it's not just the lowest HP. Spell Shattering Arrow, destroy each hero ongoing cards. Each hero deals themselves X irreducible psychic damage, where X is the number of their cards that were destroyed this way. Burning Land, when this card is played, destroy an environment card. Whenever a hero plays a card, the environment deals them X fire damage, where X is the number of environment cards in play. Monster Reborn, shuffle the villain trash and reveal cards from it until the minion is revealed. Put that minion into play, put the other cards back into the villain trash. Play the top card of the villain deck. Magical Dimension, destroy all minions, play the top card of the tribute deck. Just bam, tribute card. If Yugi Muto is on his King of Games side, flip the villain character cards. So it is possible to go quite a while, as I did, without getting a tribute. This makes it a little harder. Sangan, which is like a Kuribo, but wrong. Start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. When this card is destroyed, reveal cards in the villain deck until a minion is revealed and put it into play, shuffle the other cards back into the villain deck. Beaver Warrior. At the start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP, H-1 melee damage. Detonate. Choose the minion target with the lowest HP. If that target is Karibo, Karibo deals each non-villain target 3 fire damage. Otherwise, that target deals the hero target with the highest HP X fire damage, where X is the amount of HP it has remaining. Destroy the chosen target. Giant Soldier of Stone. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 2. At the start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H-2 irreducible melee damage. Pot of Greed. Play the top 2 cards of the villain deck. You knew it had to be in there. Eye of Truth. Heroes cannot play ongoing cards. At the start of the villain turn, each hero may discard any number of ongoing cards. If H cards are discarded this way, destroy this card. Torike. At the start of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H melee, and H-2 toxic damage. And Feral Imp. The first time this minion is dealt damage by a target each turn, this card deals the source of that damage, 2 irreducible infernal damage. So yeah, he's got a lot of high-value targets that do a lot of damage, but he doesn't play them super fast, which I think is the real mitigating mechanic here. And as for this variant of Escarlata, well, it kind of didn't work out too well in this fight, although this was actually a good fight for it. Mostly because I just didn't have any damage-dealing cards while she had it activated, but that's okay. You can find Yugi Muto in Sentinels Custom Decks. As always, thank you for watching. Tabletop Simulator, Revis Sentinels Cauldron DLC, Sentinels Custom Decks, Spooky Ghost Rider Comics, and Walker's Workbench are not licensed to create the game's products. Please support the official release and flip.